Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris, and this is Born on 11/9/70. It is currently 11:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 15th, 2016. And I just want to bring the attention to some things that I've heard, and I want to at least put it out there because let's hope these things don't happen. That's the first thing I'm going to say. But if people warn people in advance and this actually does happen, then that should pretty much send a clear message that these things are not just random or coincidental and they just happen to happen. So before, when this video uploads, I will post the link to the video from a person that I'm subscribed to. What I would say is check the video out with an open mind, because especially near the end when they slowed down this particular video and decoded certain things, you could see actual images of words that you wouldn't see in regular mode. It's kind of that subliminal thing that your brain will register it even though it's going too fast, you can't see it. And he slows it down to the point where you could see certain words that are a little disturbing when you see them. Well, from what I am gathering, and let's just hope that I'm 100% wrong. This is not about fear. You guys know me, it's not about that. But like I say, when negativity crosses your path, you could choose to not accept it and learn something from it. But it's always good to know what's coming, because if you're driving down a road and you see a sign that says bridge is out, well, that's a warning sign, so you don't go in that direction. So keep that in mind, what I'm about to say. From what I am understanding, or understanding, and again, we don't want to use fear, we don't want to use anger, we want to use this as a warning sign telling us the bridge is out ahead, so we steer clear. But they're saying there might be a possible event happening, and I'm using the word event for specific reasons. On July 16th, 2016, possibly in the New York area, possibly around 42nd and Byron. This is what I'm hearing from people. Now, of course, it could be wrong, or it could be, if you expose it, you could stop it. So also keep that in mind. So if something doesn't happen, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, you were just made it up or you were wrong. You know, if you told the cops that you heard somebody's going to, let's say one of your friends said they're going to rob your next door neighbor tomorrow, and you tell your next door neighbors that your friend in a drunken rage said he's going to rob your house tomorrow, well, if they know about it, they could stop it. So that's what this is about. This is not being scared. This is not fear. This is about not consenting. Keep that in mind. Everything has to do with your consent, even if you're tricked. So when this video uploads, there's going to be a link. You could believe it, you could not believe it, you could dismiss it, you could not dismiss it. I can't tell you what to do. All I'm saying is listen, see it, and make your own conclusions. Now, I am all about trying to spread truth the best way I can. Now, that doesn't guarantee everything is going to be the way you might perceive it to be. Sometimes that's a good thing. So, if you live in the New York area, my thing is, especially tomorrow, stay away from major places. If you live in the city, tomorrow might be a good day to maybe drive to Connecticut for a vacation day or a little trip. And again, it's not about fear. Because, like I said, if you know that there's a sign all of a sudden, if you live by the beach, and all of a sudden there's a sign saying there's a whole bunch of sharks, well, you're very glad those signs are there because you probably won't go swimming, which reduces your chance of getting into a shark attack. Somebody that might not have known they were there, it increases the risk. So again, think of this in a positive way, that let's say, heaven forbid this doesn't happen, but let's say something does happen tomorrow in New York. First of all, that means somebody out there decoded a message, which means this was planned, and it was based on a mainstream media video that's meant to be something that everybody should go to do tomorrow. It's something that's happening, I think, in Washington, D.C. with an event that says, go there for the biggest Jesus rally. So there's religious connection to it. And of course, they're offering it for free, so how easily can you get a bunch of people by giving things away for free? That's going to get people's attention, especially on a Saturday. So I would stay away from there too as well, and not to be, again, not to be scared, but to be cautious. Better to be safe than sorry. If you're standing at the beach and all of a sudden you see the water start retracting, that's the time to say it's time to go away from that area. That's not being scared, that's being smart. So if anybody's going to share this information, what I am begging and pleading for all of you to do is keep it like, for example, I said, and if you're just tuning in now, think of it, if you're on a road and you see a sign that says bridge is out, see it as a warning sign to keep you out of danger or possible danger. Because if that sign wasn't there and you kept driving down the road, bad things can happen. So don't see it as negativity. That's what these things are supposed to be geared for, even if you figure them out. So this is not to be kept negatively, I can speak. So when I saw, I just finished watching that video, so I thought this was very important because, like I said, heaven forbid, if there is some kind of major event that happens, especially in the New York area, and especially around that area of 42nd and Bryant, possibly, well, that would probably eliminate the fact of some random terrorist just happening to do something that day. And like I said, especially in case you are just listening to this now, there's a video that I saw from somebody that I subscribe to. When this video uploads, I'm going to place the link in the description below. Watch the whole thing with an open mind, listen to it, and pass it on. But again, not using fear, not using scared tactics. This is not about views. This is about warning to keep people's eyes open. And everyone that makes those videos say out loud that you do not consent to this. Remember, consent doesn't have to be you agree. It could just mean you don't disagree, or you don't argue it, or you don't contest it. So I'm going to say right now, if there is a planned event that is potentially going to happen tomorrow, well, I'm saying out loud that I do not consent to such a thing. Because I also found out today, my mother just texted me about a half hour ago to tell me that one of my cousins was in Nice, France, where the bus or the truck or whatever killed 88 people, and she was at the event. She's okay, and she's on her way home. But how ironic, right after that, all of a sudden I go and look at my subscriber list, and I see this video. So I'm not going to make this any longer. What you do with it is up to you. I'm not using scare tactics. This is not fear porn. If you understand the situation, you can control it. So keep that in mind. That's the only reason why I am pointing this out. This is not fear porn. This is not saying, oh my God, we're all going to die and crap like that. I always believe that you could take positive out of a negative as long as you know it's there. Because let me tell you something. If you're at a bar and somebody puts something in your drink, I think if somebody warns you about it, as scary or as crazy as it may be, you're going to be very glad you know, because you'll know not to drink that drink. So is it really that bad if you look at it from that aspect? So if you want to leave comments, go ahead. If you want to call it 100% crazy or 100% stupid or 100% paranoid, that's absolutely fine. I don't care about the repercussions from me trying to potentially warn people of something I heard. Because if it doesn't happen, I'll be glad, which means one of two things. It was misinterpreted, or by putting it out there, maybe we stop it from happening. I guess we'll find out. Let's hope it's the latter. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.